I have with me Ambassador Vora. He needs no introduction. Brahma Chileni, Zorawar Daulat Singh, all these people need no introduction. So let me first begin with Brahma Chileni and ask him, Brahma Chileni, look, you may disagree with me. You may think I'm being a little too pessimistic. You may think that I've got it wrong about Trump. But give me reasons to say that I have. And I'll sit quiet. Because I don't see how anyone can see things differently from me. I think we've got a problem here. We've got a problem, and I don't know if we've got a plan.
Rahul, you raise key questions. I don't disagree with you.
Phew.
That the Trump administration's intervention during the brief India-Pakistan military conflict not only spared Pakistan from the consequences of its own actions, and I'm going by Trump's statements at face value, but Trump's utterances also damaged the foundation of US-India strategic trust. Trust in any partnership is forged during crises. It's in a crisis that you test a partnership, not in peacetime. And in the military crisis sparked by Pakistani trans-border attack on civilians in Belgaum, America chose to undercut India's response to terrorism by bailing out its major non-NATO ally. Pakistan has remained America's major non-NATO ally since the presidency of George W. Bush. So I think, in a way, India should thank Trump for delivering a jarring wake-up call. This is a realignment moment for Indian foreign policy. It will force India to start absorbing the hard lesson that no partnership, no matter how warm in rhetoric, can replace strategic self-reliance. The next phase of Indian foreign policy must be guided by interests, not delusions. But I think there's also a larger question that we should not forget, because we should always look at the mirror and ask whether it's because of some feelings of ours. Why is it that we get repeatedly betrayed by friend and foe? Why is it? Is it because Indian leaders fail to learn from history, so history keeps repeating itself? No. Is it because of zeal? Is it because of excessive personalization of policy and strategic naivete? This is the second stab in the back moment for Modi. The first came 5 years ago when, after spending how many? 5 years, 6 years, building personal rapport with Xi Jinping, holding 18 meetings with Xi Jinping stabs in the back by covertly encroaching on key borderlands in Ladakh. It goes back to Nehru. Remember the famous words of Nehru when China attacked India in October 1962? True. He said China had returned evil for good. Evil for good. Why is it that our foes keep returning evil for good? Why is it even our friends betray us? I think we should also be debating that part.
Okay, so we'll take that. We'll take that in parts. But Mr. Vora, let me bring you in. Do we have a counter plan to someone like Trump? And what could it be?
Thank you very much, sir. Always a pleasure to be on your channel. And you yourself, of course, are outstanding. I just heard Mr. Chileni, and then I'm going to listen to Mr. Daulat Singh. You have these two experts here. What do you need me for? their expertise and knowledge is much greater than mine.
Modest.
Let me just tell you that that's a slip of the tongue. Donald Trump, although he is actually McDonald Trump. One of the things about this man, I've met him, I've been on deployment with this character when he came to India. Let me just say that he suffers, as many Americans will tell you, and as you yourself know, he suffers from what we call the narcissistic personality. I, me, myself. Everything is him, 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 him. Then he's looking, as you rightly pointed out, for something to sell his people when he goes back. What is he selling his people? I think 4 or 5 years ago, Mohammed bin Salman had been to the White House, his first or second visit that year. And Trump was showing the media a list. He had got a chart. This guy has bought so much. He's bought so much of this, so much of this, so much of this. And then he was saying, all right, come and spend some more money. You can afford it. Now, he is a salesman for his country. Nobody has any dispute with that. Just as the Prime Minister of India is a salesman for Bharat. There is no question about it. But may I just say, sir, that we don't need to respond to everything he says. Mr. Chileni, we are totally familiar. We have the best foreign service ever. Let me assure you that we know we cannot depend on anybody, sir. We depend on ourselves. What do you think Atmanirbhar Bharat is all about? What do you think 2 out of every 3 weapons that are used in India are now made in India? What do you think 100 countries want weapons from India? What do you think the demand for BrahMos, after it was proved recently, and for Akash Tir is? We are aware of this, sir. Please credit us collectively, not me. I'm the worst example, but the other people like our foreign minister and others, we are aware of what is happening, and we know that ultimately it has to be, we have to stand on our own strength. May I just conclude, sir, before the other colleague comes in, that, you know, what we are seeing, I call him the Baron of Business, Donald Trump, because of the art of the deal. He's a deal maker. And he'll sell anything for a deal, he'll buy anything for a deal. So the Baron of Business has met the Nawab of negotiation, Narendra Modi. Narendra Bhai Modi is a Gujarati, sir. He has business in his genes. So when they talk and he says India is going to have 0 tariff on certain items, sure, it'll be the mother of all trade deals. It's not going to hurt us badly. But if you start underplaying, downplaying, if you try to give a clean chit to the fellow who, that terrorist country that wiped the vermilion of 26 partings of the hair of our daughters, then you are going somewhere else. When you had 9/11, sir.
But hasn't he done that in a sense? I
mean, of course he has done it. Of course. But what I'm saying is, what I was going to say is that when they had 9/11, we stood by them, sir. That day I was an American. We were all Americans because they were hit and we didn't like it and we offered to help and do what we can. But this guy is so absorbed with himself. Again, sir, please remember, he is the president of the most powerful country in the world, the largest economy, very powerful military, knowledge economy, etc., etc. So what we have done is, when we respond to what he is saying, you invite me for dinner, sir, and you say, oh, you tweet that the biryani was wonderful, but I didn't have biryani, I only had chapatis. I'm not going to say that you are speaking the untruth. I'll simply tweet and say the chapatis were wonderful. So we give our message with considerable finesse. Sir, to the millions of people who watch your show, trust us, we are the children of Chanakya. We know how to deal with fellows like this without compromising our national interest.
Okay, so you believe that perhaps this is just, since he is the Baron of the deal or what have you, he's just, he's upping the stakes.
Yes.
Is that really what you're saying?
The day you decide that you'll buy all his weapons and his aircraft and whatever, you'll see a totally different Trump. He has to tell his people. But
why should we have to do that?
Thank you very much. That's precisely it. That's the message we are giving him. Okay. That you want to be friends, don't link the friendship to a deal. Okay. Don't convert diplomacy into trade.
Okay, that's a very interesting point. That's the message we've given him. You could say that the foreign... The spokesperson of the foreign ministry came out and rebutted him, and after that we've seen a bit of a climb down from Trump. He's getting the message.